The moment you open your mouth to explain yourself, you've already lost. Picture the scene. A subtle jab at dinner. A questioning of your competence in the boardroom. A partner twisting your words. You feel the heat rise. The cortisol spikes. Your brain screams that you're being misunderstood, that you must correct the record. So you clarify. You justify. You offer context. And in that exact second, you've handed them your throat. Because the world doesn't judge you by the truth of your words. It judges you by the desperation of your delivery. The one who explains is the one who submits. Today, we're dissecting the Machiavellian art of the non-defense. I'm going to show you how to flip the power dynamic instantly, using silence not as an absence of noise, but as a weapon of mass destruction. Why is our first instinct to provide evidence of our innocence? It's a childhood hangover. When you were 5, explanation was your only escape from punishment. I didn't break it, it fell. You learned that authority figures hold the power of judgment, and your survival depended on their approval. The problem? You grew up, but your psyche didn't. When you defend yourself today, you're subconsciously telling your attacker, "You are the judge. I am the child. Please accept my plea so I can feel safe again." Machiavelli understood a brutal truth. It is safer to be respected than understood. A king does not explain his decree to the peasant. A lion does not explain the hunt to the gazelle. The second you start showing the receipts to prove your point, you've signaled that your internal stability depends on their agreement. You've given them the keys to your house, and once they have them, they can trash the place whenever they want. The first step to becoming untouchable is realizing the courtroom is an illusion. There is no judge. There is only you and your perception of reality. So, what happens when you don't jump? The scenario. Someone throws a verbal spike. You're being incredibly selfish right now. The old you. No, I'm not. I did X, Y, and Z for you. Weak, reactive, submissive. The Machiavellian. You look at them. You hold eye contact. You don't blink. You let the silence hang for 5 seconds. In that silence, a psychological vacuum forms. The human brain is terrified of silence during conflict. It signals a rupture in the social fabric. By staying silent, you force them to sit in the tension they created. Usually, they'll crumble. They'll start filling the void. I mean, you're not always selfish, just today. Why are you looking at me like that? Suddenly, they are defending themselves against your silence. The power has flipped. You are the mist, they cannot punch you. You are the water, they cannot cut you. Sometimes, silence isn't enough. Sometimes you must speak, but never defensively. Use the Aikido of conversation. There is a dark psychology concept called agree and amplify. If someone makes an absurd accusation, defending yourself validates it. Instead, lean into it until it becomes a caricature. Attacker. You're obsessed with money. You're greedy. Defensive. You. No, I just want to provide for my family. Boring. Predictable. Machiavellian. You caught me. I actually spend my Tuesdays swimming in a vault of gold coins like Scrooge McDuck. It's terrible for my back. By mocking the accusation, you prove you aren't insecure about it. You signal amused mastery. This is the energy of a parent watching a toddler throw a tantrum. You don't argue with the toddler. You're simply amused by the drama because you know you are safe. Every conflict has a hidden architecture, a judge and a defendant. The judge asks, "Why did you do that?" The defendant answers, "I did it because..." The one asking the questions holds the power. The most lethal trick is to refuse the role of defendant and seize the role of judge. Answer a question with a question. Analyze their behavior instead of explaining your own. Them. Why are you always so late? Machiavellian. Why does my arrival time affect your emotional stability so deeply? Boom. The spotlight is back on them. You are now the scientist, and they are the specimen in the jar. Phrases like, "It's interesting that you perceive it that way," or "you seem very invested in this," are verbal force fields. You are saying, "This is your baggage, not mine. Keep it." None of this works if it's just a tactic. If your voice shakes, you fail. Why does an attack hurt? Because they're touching a wound that's already there. If I tell you that you have green skin, you'll laugh because you know it's not true. If I tell you that you're a failure and you get defensive, it's because a part of you suspects I'm right. The ultimate defense is self-knowledge. Look into your own darkness. Own your flaws. When you know you're capable of selfishness and someone calls you selfish, you can say, "Sometimes, yes." You cannot shame a person who has already accepted themselves. You cannot expose someone who has nothing left to hide. For the next 7 days, you are going to play a game. Zero defense. No matter the accusation, you are forbidden from explaining yourself. If you're late, say, "I'm late." Do not give a reason. If you spill coffee, say, "I spilled the coffee." Do not blame the cup. If someone misunderstands you, let them. Sit in the fire of that discomfort. Watch how people react when you stop playing the game. You will see confusion, then respect, then a strange kind of magnetism. People are drawn to certainty, and nothing screams certainty louder than a person who does not feel the need to justify their existence. Stop being a prey animal in a world of predators. Keep your mystery. Keep your power. Keep your silence. If you're ready to stop performing and start ruling your own reality, subscribe. But only if you're ready to kill the part of you that begs for permission.